What's up everyone, it's Sam from Max Out Peak Performance Training. Today we're going to go through how to do one of the most difficult things that you can do with just your body weight. That's the pistol squat. So the pistol squat is a one-legged squat going down to parallel. Some people do the pistol squat and they go all the way down to their butt is about over their ankle, but we just like to go down to parallel just for your knees' sake. And not go all the way down to your butts, like right off the ground. But we're gonna walk through some different things that you can do to get used to it and progress, so that way it builds up the strength in your thighs and all the stabilizing muscles in there too. It's really good for balance. So we're gonna start, you can do this on stairs or with a chair, anything you have there for you. You're just gonna move the chair up. You're gonna start just sitting on the chair. All you're gonna do is put this leg forward at a straight leg and then stand up with this leg. Put your arms out in front of you because you'll need a counterbalance since most of your weight is behind you. So you just put your hands out, put your leg out, and stand up. You can sit back down with both feet, stand up. Of course, if you need to work on just body weight squats before this, that's something you can do too. With that, just make sure that you're going down to parallel with your hands out in front, then come back up. But after you've done that, if that's not hard for you, you can do what I'm doing now. So after you do a couple with that leg, switch legs. You want to make sure that your heel isn't pushing off the ground with this other leg, because you don't want any extra help getting up. So a couple more here. After that, you're gonna work on going down and coming back. So we were just working on the strength part there of just standing up. Now we want to work on the balance and strength of coming back up. So you're gonna go down slowly, as slow as you can, and back up. And you can put your foot down in between if you need to. Do 3 or 4 of those, sit back down, stand up. When you're doing this, it's a little bit easier when you have shoes on or you're on a hard surface because the floor doesn't give as much. I'm on carpet, which isn't great for it, but if you're in the gym or something, it works pretty well. After you do a couple of those, you're gonna do the same thing, but this time you're gonna practice not sitting down as much. So you pretty much just wanna sit, tap the bench or the chair, and then come back up. So don't lay all your weight on it when you get to the bottom. Switch legs. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure that your foot's not right up against the bench because you don't want it to be pointed backwards like this, because you want your heel on the ground and your toes on the ground. And we don't want it so far forward that you can't get up either. Kind of obvious. You just want your knee right above your ankle. So after that, we're going to stand back up. If you have a weight or something, something that can provide a counter resistance, we could use that too right now, but I don't have that here, so we're just gonna go into the next thing. You can use that to hold while you do those exercises. It will give you a little bit more difficulty. So the next thing that we're gonna do is, we're gonna do that same thing, but now we're gonna provide a little bit of plyometrics to it. So you're gonna go down, touch, and then jump up. So pretty much the same thing, leg out in front, touching, jump up. Now you just want to get off the ground. Try as much as you can to make it one smooth motion after you touch. We don't want you going down, touching, coming all the way up, and then just jumping. We want it to be smooth. Last one. Good. You can put the chair away or get away from the stairs. This next one is where you're gonna feel the difficulty if you don't have shoes or you're not on a hard surface. But use something that to counterbalance yourself. So we're gonna start with just, it's kind of like a lunge. You're gonna put your leg behind you actually, and just go down and come back up. Down, come back up. Your foot can touch the ground or your leg can. Just try not to push against the ground at all. Just getting the leg a little bit more warmed up before we try pistol squats. So a couple more lunges just like this. Now we're gonna try the actual pistol squat. Again, I don't know if I got to this before, but try to be on a hard surface. And you know, I'm not the best at this, especially on carpet without a shoe on, but we'll try it out. Use this counterweight to help balance you out. It's actually easier than doing it with just body weight. Even though there is a little bit of extra weight, it kind of provides relief from trying to balance so much. So you're gonna put the counterweight out in front. Go as deep as you can. There's gonna be a point where you kind of feel like you should come back up. Try just going a little bit farther than that and then come back up. The worst thing that happens is you fall backwards and you have to get back up. Just make sure there's nothing behind your head. So we're gonna provide counterbalance here and here. Go down, come back up. Another one on this leg. If you're like me too, one leg's much better than the other. My left isn't as good, but we'll go through it. It's something to work on. Okay, then we're gonna try it body weight. So get rid of the weight. You have to reset after each one, that's okay. I kind of fall back a little bit sometimes, so. And switch legs after a couple of them. If you do what I do and you have to fall back, try to catch yourself before you start the next one. So that's the pistol squat. Again, I'm not the best at it. I don't do it every day when I'm doing my strength training, but it's something that's really good to couple with squatting, trying to build strength in your thighs. If you have the thing that's called a Bosu ball, it's that half ball with a flat plastic on the back, that's another thing that you can use and do pistol squats on. It's actually, I think it's easier than doing normal pistol squats, but try to start on a hard surface with shoes on to give yourself some more surface area to push off of. But try this workout out or this progression out. It's something that's really good when you couple it with jump training to kind of have all those stabilizer muscles working hard all the time. It will help you with your jumping, especially one leg jumping. But if you like this kind of stuff, please let us know. We love making these kinds of videos, so any kind of like or a comment or anything like that is much appreciated.